Hello and welcome to Speed Dota. My name is Tyler, also known as Spode, and today we'll be talking once again about Initiation starring Faceless Void. Faceless Void, again, relies a lot on team follow-up because its Initiation is very large AoE and can trap people for between 4 and 5 seconds depending on what level it's at. For ranged heroes, that means they can just batter on them for 5 seconds. Obviously that's really strong. However, this video will talk a little bit more about what should you do when you don't have Chronosphere up. And as you'll see, the answer tends to be farm. So, shifting into the game, you can see Faceless Void is level 5. He's pretty close to level 6. And with another 2 last hits, maybe 1 or 2 last hits, he'll have Chronosphere up. And it's going to make a bit of a ballsy play. Doesn't seem that ballsy. Gets the tower, gets the coddle, but he misplays, gets hit by the arrow, and dies. Now, his Chronosphere is on cooldown. So what's he going to want to do? Well, as soon as he is up again, he's got 100 seconds longer on his cooldown, he's going to go straight to farm. Why is this important? Well, when you're playing an Initiator, you want to ensure that your Initiation can be as powerful as it can possibly be. A lot of times, this will mean getting a Blink Dagger. Other times, when you play carry like Faceless Void, it means getting a Yasha, Diffusal Blade, getting a Manta Style, that sort of thing. And in this game, the Void doesn't opt for any of those. He opts for a Lincoln Sphere. And I'm not going to talk much about his choice of items, but I won't say it's a bad idea. But his Chronosphere is back off cooldown. What can he do now? Push. He feels fairly safe to push because he sees, okay, Coddle, Tiny, and Undying are all bottom. The only threats are Mirana and Invoker. He doesn't know where either of these two are, but Invoker appears to be back at base. I don't know. Maybe he just died or something. Yeah, so Invoker was actually recently bottom. Invoker was recently bottom, so he either could have TP'd back to base, or he's off doing other things. In this case, Faceless Void is feeling very safe to push this tower. He's got the catapult, so he's dealing a lot of damage. You see Undying come in. Faceless gets pretty lucky, decides, okay, I can commit the Chronosphere for this because I feel like I can kill him. Gets very lucky on the bashes, and he does manage to kill the Undying. Now his Chronosphere is on cooldown again. What do? Go back to farming. He's going to continue farming, continue farming, continue farming, continue farming, until suddenly, eventually, his Chronosphere is going to be off cooldown again. And he notices, okay, my Chronosphere is about off cooldown. Mirana's mid, let's see if we can kill her. Oh, she didn't stick around. Well, might as well farm some creeps. Farm some creeps, farm some creeps, and then after a little bit, he's going to go back to farming. Why? He's very close to his Lincoln Sphere. So, he's going to get his Lincoln Sphere, and in a minute or two, he is going to go bottom with his team and look for a kill. They managed to get the Tiny, he didn't use his ultimate, so they feel like they can pressure the tier 2 fairly effectively. Which is very true. When you have a big cooldown ultimate like this, it makes it very easy to push towers just by the threat of your ultimate. Chronosphere could end up with a team wipe from pushing racks at 17 minutes into the game. So instead, most teams will opt just to not engage. However, in this case, Nyx Assassin and Ricky are not with Faceless Void, so they're unable to contribute. And so, the Radiant feels fairly safe in attacking. Rubik moves a little bit too far forward. If he hadn't, perhaps Faceless Void could have gotten a decent Chronosphere, they could have continued pushing this tier 2. As it is, Rubik dies. And Faceless Void has to figure out, okay, what am I going to do now? I still have Chronosphere off of cooldown, so I could look for a Chronosphere. And that's exactly what he does. And he should find it in about a minute. Hey, we found a Tiny. Hey, we found an Invoker. Woo, 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 woo. Now, he's got Chronosphere up, but can he kill him? Shadow Fiend is pretty close. He could potentially help. Shadow Fiend just destroyed a tower. Space created. Faceless Void feels like he can attack this Invoker, and he does that. And now Invoker's low enough, he commits the Chronosphere, which is now on lower cooldown, and just walks away. Now he's close to Blink Dagger. What's he do now? Farm. Why? He's close to Blink Dagger, his Chronosphere is off cooldown, and he feels very safe in farming the enemy jungle. Now he can get his Blink Dagger, and he has successfully farmed his way almost to the very top of the net worth chart. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any more questions about initiation, or if there's anything you'd like to see whatsoever. Let me know.